So let's take a look at the Genesis GV60. This is Genesis's all-electric vehicle. Now they have come out with the G80 full-size sedan that's electric, but this really is their first all-electric vehicle. It's built on the GMP platform, which is shared with Kia and Hyundai. Kia has the EV6 and Hyundai has the Ioniq 5. So let's take a look closer in at this amazing vehicle. Hey there.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
how are you?
Doing good.
So, we're here with, I have the Genesis GV60 and you got the EV6 from Kia, right?
EV6? I do, yeah, it's right here.
All right, so I thought what we might do is talk a little bit about the two of them and see what the differences are and talk about what kind of great vehicles they are. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. I'm going to turn the camera that way and we'll just look at the car and talk.
Yeah, I can't see my screen, so I'm just looking at the camera stuff.
You're good. All right, I'm going to turn around. Let's do this. Ta-da! I have the EV6 GT line.
So I'm pulling out my Maroni sticker here so we can talk a little bit about it. So I have the 2023 GV60 in performance, and that's the top of the line with the performance with a $69,560 price tag on it. The only add-on to this is the I think it's Uyni white paint, which has got a very, very thin, tiny little bit of metallic and effervescence in it. It's really cool.
Oh, that's
inside,
really pretty.
So, and what color is yours?
Mine is a silver. I'm going to go in and pull the Maroni out.
Now, is yours a flat paint finish?
It is a matte flat finish. It's really pretty. It's got a good look to it. Okay, the color of mine's called Steel Matte Gray. Is actually what mine's called. And it's the 2022 EV6 GT line rear-wheel drive auto. Okay,
so yours is rear-wheel drive. Mine is all-wheel drive.
These vehicles are cousins. These two vehicles are built on the same platform.
Well, as is the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the three of them are cousins for sure. So that's kind of the thing that's kind of cool about them. But they're all different. Now here's a good. You're at your rear spot, and I'm sort of my rear quarter panel too. You can see the difference between them, but you can sort of see that little. I have the spoilers down low on mine. The spoilers up high on yours.
Up high on mine, and the lighting structure is different.
Yeah, and there's a little spoiler right there at the top of the tailgate too, which is kind of cool.
Little teeny one. I actually like the versatility of it. I love that they took this platform and did three really different things of it. I mean, you can see it's the same family, but at the same time, they have very different personalities.
Oh, very, very much so. But there's a lot of similarities, and the biggest similarity that I love, and I'm sure yours has it too, is that blind spot monitor when you turn your turn signal on, and that you get to see that spot in the back there where you normally can't see. And you as a mom probably appreciate that because you get to see all the, you get to see if there's kids in the corner there. Living here in Washington D.C., it's a big thing to, is there a bicyclist there? Is there a pedestrian there?
And we've had lots of flooding here in Dallas. So just to see if there's random stuff on the side of the road that I do not want to run over.
Okay, you've got your door open. I'm going to open my door as well. So there we go.
That's a pretty car. Okay.
Yeah. Well, all of them are.
They just did.
I'm going to pop in and just turn this one on. Now, the thing that's different with this one, with this one is that this has the facial recognition to get into it, so I don't really need a key on it. So all I have to do is put my finger down there, and then it recognizes me, and it'll start up. Hopefully.
I love that. This one uses a key. You have to show people how to do the facial recognition because that is on point.
Look, Ma, no hands. So it's got the biometric on this one. It's got biometrics. So what's nice, and something that the EV6 or the GV60 has, the EV6 doesn't have. I have a boost button so that
You
when
do
I'm
have a
driving
boost
on the
button.
highway and I need an extra 10 seconds of extra power, I push that boost button and the thing just gives you more power. Now, do you have the follow me on that key as well? Will the vehicle move forward and backward?
It will move forward and back. I'm not going to do it because my 8-year-old is
Oh,
standing on the
good.
sidewalk right where, away from me.
Okay.
My youngest.
Yeah. Oh, is that your little one?
Yeah, that's my youngest.
Hey there, wave to him. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
He wants it to move back and forth. He loves that part.
Oh, cool.
But he
Cool.
said,
All right.
not
So there's your rear of yours. So I'm going to do the rear of mine since you're showing the rear of yours. There's your opening trunk. So now, do your rear seats recline?
They do recline. They do recline.
Yeah, and
Yep.
yeah,
Right here, right
and they do on this one as well.
I can slide this back about 3 inches, 3.5, and it'll give a little more recline space. What I like about this, it's a good.
All right, I'm gonna move mine over here as well, so we can do this, and I'll get in on the other side to show that off.
And so you can just see space for the leg room.
And I haven't used this feature yet, but I believe that this has it. No, it didn't. It had it differently in the other one.
Come in,
Oh,
Noah.
here it is. Okay, so yeah, that was my ring light. Sorry.
It's okay. Welcome to life. I know it's really hard.
There we go. Okay, yeah, I can. We can recline, and so this one reclines as well. I believe. There it is. Just got to find out where the reclining is. Now it has in the back. It has the same nice finish that the front does. The ventilated looking seats. Though I don't believe these rear are ventilated. They are heated, but not ventilated. The front's ventilated.
This one doesn't have heating
And I have 2 USB outlets.
No, none of those.
Is your rear ventilated, or is your rear ventilated?
These ones aren't. No.
Okay, nor mine is. And the Ioniq 5 was not ventilated either, but it had the same.
Do you have the charging port? Do you have the charging ports in the side of the driver and passenger seat too?
I have USB-Cs in the back of the center console. Now on the Ioniq 5, that center console moved. This one does not.
This one does not.
And Kia, Kia is like, I'm sure, like if you've been in the Telluride and the Sorento, they have those USB outlets, the USB-A outlets here on the side of the seats. Yes. This one does not have that.
This one does right here, but it has none down here. Like this is just blank right here. Mm-hmm. But there's also, if you look right here.
So what's the sound system in your vehicle? I have a B&O sound system in this one. And there was a Bose in the Ioniq 5.
Meridian sound system in here. I think it's 8 speaker. It might be 10.
Okay, Meridian. So there's three different sound systems. I've got to say the Ioniq 5 that I had, that Bose system was excellent. I haven't really had a chance to really play with this B&O system, but yeah. I expect it to be really good. Do you have the privacy shades?
No, not in this one. No privacy shades, but
there were privacy shades in the Ioniq 5. Okay, my rear air vents are on the B pillar on the outside of the car, so it's not in the front. It's over on the side here.
I think that's really convenient for when you have families in the car, because that back seat will get much cooler than it is.
Well, you definitely want each passenger to have a ventilated, some ventilation coming in. Even though they say this is a 3-passenger rear, honestly, who wants to sit in the middle? Even though in this one there is no floor hump whatsoever. I vaguely remember there was a little floor hump in the Ioniq 5. So something that we've been talking about, with all the electric cars, is that they have the wheels are closed, so there's not a lot of air. But of course, this one goes all different with the kind of like chopping blade wheels there. Now, what are your wheels? Are your wheels more closed in?
These are my wheels.
Okay, you're a little bit more closed in, yeah. A little bit more closed in than this one. So, and these are 255/40 R21s. And what do you,
235. 235 over here.
okay.
These are
Are
pretty
you on
similar.
21s?
I am on 21s.
Okay, cool, cool. You know, that's the thing I was impressed with the Hyundai Ioniq is the Ioniq 5 is that, you know, they look like real tires. If you remember some of the early electric vehicles that had the little
Well, I mean,
skinny tires.
and that's what we were talking about, my sister and I, is that it's just a pretty car. I mean, aside from being electric,
Oh
it's
yeah.
also it's just a really very, very pretty
Mm-hmm.
car. You know, it doesn't scream, I'm electric, but it does say, oh, I'm a good looker. You know? Yes, my God.
Well, it's definitely good looking, but the thing I'm most impressed with it is the technology that you've got. This one also, and I don't know whether yours has it, but it has the camera right here that
It
senses the
does.
road ahead, and I think the camera up above senses the road ahead, so it kind of prepares the suspension for stuff.
It
So
does.
it's
It has
pretty,
that too. So I think pretty much the safety suites between that mine and yours are really
yeah,
very similar. So
yeah. You know, it depends on what you want. The thing about yours, I think, whereas I thought the Ioniq 5 was much more square, yours is a mix between that and this Genesis
and that I
GV60.
think it is. Mine falls right in the middle. It's those
Yeah,
like that really modern look, but mine feels sporty to me, which I
yeah.
adore. I like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, the sportiness is really nice. Well, I think this one's got a good mix of sport and luxury, so I'm really cool. I'm really
I
excited
think
about
that
it.
one
So,
definitely leans luxury, and that's
yeah, well, that's Genesis. That's Genesis brand for sure.
hey, high five for that. I love the quiet closed trunk. I love how it fits flush to the vehicle.
Oh yeah,
There's not any sticking out right there. It's really beautiful right there. It's really just sweet design. It has a hint of a futuristic look, but it definitely leans luxury looking. I think it just falls in line with the brand pivot brand upgrade that Kia has done over the last few years.
you're not old enough to remember when Kia came to the market in the United States, but when it came to the market, it was basically, you know, a Yugo kind of car. It was cheap, 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 but you know that has changed considerably in the last few years.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. And I'm thankful for it because they're rolling up with some really beautiful things.
And I give tours at the Washington Auto Show, and I'm always impressed with Kia owners and Hyundai owners who just tell me that they've had the cars for so long and that they really, really like them. Now, did you notice on mine? Now, yours isn't. Do you have just a knob here? Because I have this crystal ball that I can tell the future in, and I can see.
Yeah, you've
Kia's
got
going to do a lot of fun. Kia's going to do a lot
the
of fun
message home.
things with her son this weekend. I can see that in the crystal
Yes,
ball.
yes, he is. He is waiting for us to go get ice cream, which is what we're gonna do next.
Oh, well, I'm all for that. So when the car starts, this crystal ball rolls over, which I put on your Twitter page. It's kind of
Which
neat,
I
and I
adore.
really like this long design of the dash display. It's very good, and I think I like the Genesis steering switches the best. I think I just really like the look on the inside of it.
I like
You
the
know,
flat
it's
bottom
not
steering
carbon
wheel.
fiber over here. It's sort of a textured aluminum look to it. Separate controls down here for HVAC, which some of them are touchscreen, and then of course the hard buttons down here which control the upper parts. So, and
So
heated and cooled seats here. So
nice.
where is your wireless mobile charger?
So
This
the
one is
wireless
right
charger,
here.
it's the same spot for the wireless charger here. And then
Okay, so
there's
it's right there
also
in the console.
in the console. And then let me see if I can make it the camera focus. You've also got additional charging ports down here, just below. There it goes.
Yeah, I have charging. I have USB-C's up here,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't. There's two USB-C's here. I don't see anything in here. Two USB-C's on this one. As I recall, I think the Ioniq 5 had some A's in it, and it's interesting to see which brands are now changing over from A's and putting A's and C's in. So
Well, I think you kind of have to because people have phones of a variety of types. Right there, so you
now,
can see
do
this.
you have this sort of the suede roof
It's
finish
not so
there?
much.
That's what this has.
The microswave that's in that is in the seats. Back to dual tone. This
Okay,
right
yeah, it
here
has a little bit of micro suede on these seats too.
micro suede, and then a version of leather on it, if you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And this in the Genesis here, the leather has a really nice feel to it as well. So just a real nice comfort feel.
It almost feels like carbon, but it's not. It has a nice kind of textured. Here's the aluminum, same aluminum that you would find in that one. But this car, I'm gonna call it carbon-esque. I think I just made up a word.
Okay, yeah, and and I have a textured aluminum finish around here that's very nice looking. Now I was in a Bentley last year that had the piano black finish, and when the sun hit right in, it just blinded you. So I really, everybody thinks that piano black is super cool, but I kind of like this a lot better because if the sun comes through, you don't get it. Do you? I have a drawer for my glove box. Do you have a drawer or just a fold down glove box?
It's not a drawer. It's an open. It's a regular glove box. Well, it's not even regular because the button fits flush. Let me turn it around.
Yeah. So I think it's all together. It's pretty interesting. There's a spot here for storage. You were telling me that you like to put, your personal down here. Well, this area down below is open, but underneath here, I can touch both hands because it passes through to the back. For this vehicle at 69,560, I think it's got pretty much everything. What is yours price out to?
It prices out at 53.
Okay. So there's almost probably a $17,000 difference
almost,
there.
Yeah, which I would say this is a nice fit for 53. Nice texture, nice details, nice space, and I mean it had when I got it, it had right around close that door. Right around 310 miles, 315 miles worth of charge on it. Definitely.
Yeah, mine, I'm surprised. I've got to look and see what the numbers on mine are, and I haven't driven mine a lot. I charged mine fully the other day, and it was right around 260 to 270, and it probably just because it didn't know my driving style yet. It's got 3,800 miles on it, so it should be.
Also, I think it depends on how you use air conditioning and whether you're boost moding all the time.
Well, I personally own a Hyundai Ioniq first generation all electric, and when I got that, it was at 127. It was full range when it was charged, and now that I've had it 3 years, and in the summer it's up to 160, and in the winter it's around 140, 145. So it depends on the temperature.
Do you wish you had more range on the vehicle, or do you like it like that?
Well, so that little car I love. I adore that car so much so that I'm buying my lease out. It's just enough for the kind of stuff that I'm driving around and doing. Plus, I've got a lot of space in the back that I can put a 6-foot ladder. I know I can get a 6-foot ladder in this because I got one in the Ioniq 5. Because when I in 2019 when I picked up that Hyundai first generation Ioniq, there was a special deal because it was the end of the 19 model and they were bringing the 20 model in, which had a little bit more range in the battery. And I looked at the Kona and I realized the Kona inside the Kona electric didn't have as much space. And
I like the Kona though. I like the Kona a lot, actually.
Yeah. Well, Kona's good, but I need to carry a 6-foot ladder often, so that
not in the Kona.
Doesn't do it for that. So I'm really impressed. I'm looking forward to getting the EV6. I'm really impressed with this. I was really impressed with the Ioniq 5. There were a couple of little things that I didn't like about it. I just put that up in my YouTube video not long ago. But I'm looking forward to trying out the EV6. So.
I think you're going to like it.
Why don't we head on our way and just kind of, I appreciate you coming online and we chatting about this today because I think it's very important to kind of look at the two vehicles and compare how similar they are, but how different they are as well.
But they're different, yeah. And I think they're they're good options. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it too. All right. Have a great rest of the Labor Day weekend, and I'm looking forward to hearing how good that ice cream is.
I will.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.